Good morning, brothers. Welcome to the Player Supreme Show, brought to you by ZenMag.com. I am your host, Player Supreme. Gonna have to drop that moniker, Player Supreme, and just start using my real name, Chris Arnett, as I move further into just coaching only. That means these videos are going to go away like this. But I'll enjoy it more. I'd rather work with people one-on-one or in small groups than deal with a wide variety of people. That way I can limit my exposure to a lot of negativity. That's one thing us teachers have to do is we've got to stop absorbing a lot of negativity. There are some people that really carry a lot of stuff with them, a lot of baggage. They could be physically, have physical deformities or mental deformities, and that kind of energy kind of rubs off on you. So I'm looking at a brother called The Practitioner. If you're under 5'5", I suggest you go to his channel also. He travels to Medellin. I don't know why it's called Medellin. It's spelled Medellin. Maybe Aries can explain that to me. I believe he's half Colombian also. This brother, his name is Franz Saint Fleur. I think you said Franz Saint Fleur, because you know how the French are. He travels to Medellin, which is in Colombia, and that's where I see him, doing a lot of partying. But he teaches you all about the going to party like a rock star, and he has a video out called "The 6 Steps to Party Like a Rock Star in Medellin." So let's take a look at his video, and I suggest you subscribe to his channel. He's also, I believe, slightly in my business as well. He offers a program on building confidence and stuff like that. I'm actually looking at some of his videos right now. I signed up on, he's doing things the right way. You click on a link, you go to sign up, and then you get some free videos, which means he has a great flow. Let me switch this over. Okay. Step 1, get cute tour guides. And he talks about getting online here and contacting girls over there to get tour guides. And then they travel around the city. Also shopping is really cheap over there. He says, especially if you're short like me. So I get the feeling that he's about 5'4". I did ask him what his height was. His friend there, he's about 5'8". I missed a step, but step 3 is go to the club. So let's take a look. It's simple. Go to the club. Since I'm giving you a tour guide of Medellin, I'm going to give you the 3 top places to go to the club. And they're not really clubs themselves or bars. They're locations with multiple clubs. I'm going to go from the worst to the best. El Centro, La Setenta, and Parquellares is where we're at right now. I noticed his pronunciation of the Spanish words is really good. Maybe Ace can tell us about this brother if he knows. I think he's from New York. I know New York's got, 1 million people there, but if he knows about how... He has a French last name, but he's able to pronounce all these Spanish words really well. Maybe he was born in a Spanish country, or maybe he's from a Spanish-speaking area in New York. Step number 3, get tips. Now, this one... He says step number 3. That's step number 4. But don't get tipsy. Don't get drunk, rather words, because you're in a foreign country and you don't know what can happen. Although Medellin is really cleaned up. I was watching another video on the whole subject, and I think it was this one here. Yeah. By this fella, Escape to Medellin. And he interviewed this old white guy. And he talked about the CIA and... the American government and the Colombian government got together to run all the cartels out of Medellin. I don't know how they pronounce it like that, but that's like Portuguese, man. Medellin, they ran them out in the 90s. And then they went to Mexico. You know, so all the trouble started in Mexico after they did all that. So let's continue. Oh, that's not very much money. I think 1 pesos is, or $1 is equal to 3,000 pesos, he said. Now, I believe this is his assistant, he said, or friend, and his friend, the taller brother, this is the girl that's connected to him. So they have dates already set up when they go there. I like her. She's thick. Let's fast forward a little bit. I think this brother's like one down from Ortiz. Ortiz has more mixture in him. He's a straight African American. Ace, Ortiz. He has more mixture in him of Spanish and Indio, I believe. So there's 2 girls again. There was a club scene I wanted to show you fellas. It's right here. So let's go ahead and hit play. Okay, look how she's moving very sensually. Look at that. Okay, see how he's moved to the side? Dance tip, don't move to the side. Make your woman turn in your direction. Now he's going to try to control her or get her to turn around, and she doesn't take the hint because he doesn't have a strong lead. Latin women are used to a strong lead. You know, they're used to being jerked around, snatched around, basically aggressiveness. Watch. So he dances around her instead. Don't do that. Don't hold your beer bottle up, and that's not my style. Hold my beer bottle up in the air and all that. I always like to come in much cooler, I should say. Now I love the way she's dancing. See, I can get up on that. We can work with this. When you dance with a girl, don't just hug on her butt, but move her around a bit. Dance to the front. I like to, as I said, like to turn girls on the dance floor, so I'll come in close to their face. Latin style dance allows a lot of that close touching. So you want to learn to use that style more when you're in a Latin club. For a club, it's not very crowded. I like that. But some of those clubs, like in Vegas, they get way too crowded. When I was working with the fella in Vegas boot camp, I pulled 2 females just being there. You guys remember the videos I did, or the videos I did from Vegas? One was a Puerto Rican girl that lived in my town, and I got her digits. The other was, she knew that guy they made a movie on. He ate dinner at his house. Whitey, she was Irish, Boston Irish, and she was the catering manager for Caesars, and she had just gotten a better job, so she's on her last week there at Caesars, and she was up in the room with her tits out. Unfortunately, the student didn't like it, and he wanted her to go. I don't stand it, but he wanted to go. I didn't plan to do anything with her, but I'm not fucking in front of somebody else. She just tagged along with me. when I'm walking through Vegas, I always attract attention. I met the entertainment manager for Caesars as well. He was half Greek, half Italian. And he wanted, to party with me. He wanted to come back to his place because he was trying to pick up these two twins. Game recognizes game. When people have game, they recognize your game. Now, game is an energy also. You got to think of your game as an energy because everything is energy, right? Your body is energy. The metaphysical people teach you money is energy because what's inside of you comes out on the outside. If you have trouble, bad relationship with money, you struggle with money. If you have trouble with women, you're going to struggle with women because it's on the inside, okay? That's all on the show here. I don't want to steal the brother's videos, but there's his screen name, The Practitioner. Calls himself a student of life. I like that. Not sure what TFS means. No, don't know what it means. Looks like brother's doing well, getting 125,000 views on his videos. See if we can find some more of his videos here. Well, there's other videos, looks like. Medellin, Colombia nightlife in El Poblado. Hopefully it's in English.
At AutoZone, our Fix Finder tool helps you check your engine light on the spot for free.
Well, that was a free plug for AutoZone. Now, it looks muggy hot there. That overcast, but it's still heated. I've seen this guy's videos, yeah. I guess he's Spanish American. The white guy, the guy back there, he's actually from Mexico. He's working on Spanish. Maybe he's half white, half. He looks like a white guy, a gringo, as they call him, a güera. But you can tell there's some Latin in him as well. So they're into drinking and partying. That's another video you can check out. Why did I suggest this video? For people who are like, 5'5" and beneath, I've advised you guys to, go into Latin neighborhoods or Asian neighborhoods because people there tend to be that height and shorter. So that could be your market. Notice how the first brother had no problems getting women. He went on dates with women and stuff like that. So instead of saving your money like $3,000 on a boot camp, that's not going to do you any good from a PUA, go to one of these countries. You'll do fine there. Those women will find you. Yeah, they can be kind of gold diggerish sometimes. But if you get on like, as one fellow said, Match.com, or try Plenty of Fish, you can meet some nice, decent girls that are just looking for a decent fella. And some of these women, they said, have really high educations. They're very educated and they're very well traveled. So they travel to other countries. Interesting, we go travel their country and they're traveling our country and other countries, just like we do. So good luck, fellows out there. If you interested, look at the guy's channel. Let's see what's going on here. What's up, Strider? You doing one-on-one now? I've been doing one-on-one, Strider. A long time. Remo. Them some short dudes. Some short ass dudes. Yep. What's up, Dominique? If you go to my store, you can see my coaching program there. My problem is I'm having a little bit of trouble throughout the weeks. My mom keeps having issues. So my older brother and I were going to talk her into try to talk her into getting someone to stay there full time. She has a girl that comes, 4 hours a day. Now my mom has about $700,000 in her hidden accounts. but she lives off of her Social Security and something from my dad. My dad's retirement, something like that. No, she didn't get his military retirement. He deliberately did not check a certain box, so she wouldn't get it. That's what she believes. And but she does get something from him, and that's what she likes to live on. Someone saw a friend of my ex-wife's, and that friend asked, "Does Geraldine still hold on to every nickel?" She's known for being very, very, actually in the black community, very, very cheap. And she comes from a time period where, blacks didn't have a lot of money. So being able to save that much money, was like a miracle to her. But she's really good at saving money. She took control of my dad's money. She went to the court and got it and gave him a little allowance. I think that's what my dad checked out. I said, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." And offed himself. And she was able to amass him over $100,000 within a few years. And she also got him extra benefits. She worked hard on it. He was getting about $9,000 a month, being, his retirements and military, being disabled and stuff. Tom says, "Wow, your mother saved a lot." Yes, she did. She opened up her home to, some black people do. They take in handicapped kids, mentally handicapped kids. And she had, I think, highest she had like 4. But the last one became her daughter. And after her last surgery, she fell and broke another hip. And then she had to have some kind of surgery after that. And that's when she lost her daughter. I should call her that. If it wasn't for that, my parents wouldn't have had anything, because my dad was a low-level player. He was the tricking kind of player. You trick out your money to women. He's basically a trick in his old age. And I saw that after my little brother died. That's why I got out of the game. I didn't want to end up like that. I think my little brother passed when he was, 70. Yeah, about 70. And my dad's health was just shot. He had been drinking all of his life. He became a diabetic. And then after that, it was downhill. Dharma says, "I wish more black people saved like that." Yeah. I'm really good at saving. But then I always have shit come up that I got to take care of. Like I owe $400 more to the U.S. government for some tax shit way back in the 90s. So is when my ex-wife and we split up. And I wasn't even aware of the shit. But it was $17,000. And I paid off slowly. I'm down to my last $400. So what I'm going to do is keep putting $200 into a pot that I'm going to, first of all, pay off my credit card debts that I accrued during the last vacation. And then I'm going to take that same money, the money I was paying credit cards. Here's how you do it. You pay off a credit card, one of your credit cards, and whatever bill you had, you add those two incomes, those two monies together, and attack another credit bill that you have. So you're paying the $200 plus that bill, the amount of that bill from the other credit card, and you put that entire amount on the next one. You pay it off really, really fast. Then you take that same money by the time you get to the end of it, because you used to pay out the money anyway. You take that and you put it in savings. So you start paying your savings account. You make the accounts like a bill. Think of it like a bill. Every month you got to deposit that. You're already used to giving it away anyway, every time you get a paycheck. So you don't miss it. What I've noticed happens is that when I was working at a real job, I did the same thing. And my income on my job, or what I was making, rather words, grew because I found ways to make more money. Because I didn't have that money there, so I naturally found ways to make more money. I started doing my own aerobics thing. teaching aerobic classes in places and collecting all the money myself. I wish more black people became more entrepreneurial. I wish all of you guys became more entrepreneurial. How many of you guys did your human design? There are Remo and Dominique. Strider, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Dominique says, yeah, for real, my dog has an infection and it costs $480 for a treatment. It's a good thing I saved. Damn good thing you saved. Now, did you do your human design? And if you did, what are you? And please don't say, I think I'm this, I think I'm that. That means you didn't do it. So just say I didn't do it. One of my worst pet peeves is people say, I think I'm a generator. I wish those guys would just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up and go do it. And I'm waiting for Dominique to answer my question. It takes a while. There's a time delay when I talk to where you guys actually hear it. So I'm going to sit here and just do nothing until I get an answer. Also, Remo, did you do yours? Actually, Remo had done his at one time. And while I'm waiting for Dominic, that's not the answer. The answer is no. Google it, human design. It just gives you a strategy on how you can live your life to a better way or a better level. Nothing woo-woo about it. A lot of blacks, we've been trained to be afraid of anything because we got that whole Bible thing pounding our head and yes, that's the mark of the devil and all that shit. We're dumbed down. We're ignorant. Or as we say, ignorant. I run into that same mentality. I don't believe this, I don't believe that, blah, 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 over and over again. And we're the ones that have the potential for all that stuff. They say, I don't believe that. It's been programmed out of us. We actually have working pineal glands. The pineal gland, as you know, is called the third eye. Our third eye works. What I'm talking about is your pineal gland, which is in the center of your head. In Caucasian folks, it's calcified. It does not work. That's why they don't have any color for their skin. Whereas ours works and it gives us color for our skin. But on the metaphysical side of it, or the energetic side of it, it's called the third eye. And it's, for some reason, the Egyptians knew that. That's what they coined it as, or named it as. And it's made of the same material that's in your eyeball. Who would have thunk? How in the fuck they know that? Think about that. These old black folks from a long, long time ago knew that the pineal gland was made of the same material as your eye. And no, Egypt was not white. Well, it became Arabic later on, but it had actually went through a lot of hands. Even the Hebrews, I'm told, ruled for 100 years before they were ran out of there. But the people who built the pyramids were black. I actually run into white people who think that they built the pyramids. Can you believe that? These are ignorant white folks, though. They believe everything, it was built, it had to have been built by white folks. But you look at Northern Europe, there's no offense, there's no pyramids there. There's nothing but a pile of rocks called Stonehenge. And they don't even know where the fuck that came from. It was there when they got there. They used to have rituals there once a year. Celts from all over would travel there, and they found their garbage. They would camp out around it, and they'd leave bones and what they were eating and shit like that. So they found their garbage. They didn't take the garbage out. I said Google it. Google human design. You got to stop relying on people to do things for you and learn to do them for yourself. That's what a man does. I can't think of the website offhand, so I'd have to do the same thing you would do, which is go to Google and type in human design. That's little boyish. You don't want to be a little boy, Dominique. You want to be a big boy, a man. Like I said earlier, just Google human design. You can either, as I said in my other show, you can download the software. I think you were there as well. You can download the software, or you can just submit your information. Now, someone said, I don't believe in astrology and all that shit. Astrology came out of Egypt. If these people knew that the pineal gland was made of the same material as the eye, and you say, I don't believe in something old and black, and you're black, look at the programming that went into you to get you to be that way. When we first came to this country, we still had our old ways. Now look at us now. That takes a lot of programming. Or that took a lot of programming. The drums, beating our drums, used to scare the masters. Our old religion scared the shit out of them. Notice how they made bad movies about it. Made you afraid of voodoo. That's some serious program. Hollywood did that. Where Greece's parents are from, they still practice voodoo. Jamaica. In fact, the white scientists were studying how they created what they call, zombies. You got your information that fast, huh? Cut and paste your results. And let me see it. Let me see what kind of projector you are. Or link me to your page, I guess, where they gave you the results. Now, this whole thing is based on energy, the energy of your body. You have different points in your body where energy coalesce. Like East Indians call them chakras. So you know about the chakra system. And really, look at it scientifically, your spinal cord has different points of stress in order to keep you upright. And that's what they're talking about. That's all they're talking about. It's nothing woo-woo, ooga-booga. It's nothing for us to hide in our shacks and be scared of as massa walks by. Okay? So different points of your body, energy coalesces. And this whole system is based on different working motors, like your heart, your spleen. It's based on different working motors. Some people have different motors that are dominant. In mine, I have very few. My throat is one of them, though. So I'm what's called open. That means I can be conditioned. The energy of all my motors working together, if you look at it from a mechanical point of view, the energy of my motors that are dominant aren't very many. But my throat is one of them. Look what I'm doing right now. I'm talking. Look what I did when I show you my my trophies behind me. That's public speaking. I don't have anything else to go on but my ego and my will. So I'm what's called an ego manifester. The other day I read about an emotional manifester. So this fellow goes by his emotions. I'm glad it's not me. I like being an ego manifester because I manifest things or I initiate things through force of will. So if you're a projector, and this information is really easy to find. This page isn't really Google. Oops. Yeah. Just type in human design projector. It's that fucking easy. The Art of Being Projector. Projectors, human design planet. This is one that I read the other day. 21% of the population are projectors. As I talked about, projectors are managers, are bosses on the energetic level. If you look at it's simple, easy to understand. Humankind got together. First, they started farming. They had different farms. They killed off my race, my type of people, which are hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherers used to raid their towns. But by banding together, they were able to form cities, walled cities. In the kingdom of Mali, there are walled cities with walls 70 feet tall and 100 miles around with 400 square feet in the center. These are abandoned cities they found in the kingdom or the land of Mali. Think how old our race is. One fellow's talking about the Mayans. The Mayans haven't been around. Their calendar is based on 25,000 years. The only race that's been around to study the stars for that long is the black race. Also, in the center of the Mayan calendar is the Egyptian god Bes, right there in the center of it. So that's one of the interesting things out of our past, if you're black. If you're non-black, excuse me for if I'm hurting your feelings or you don't want to hear this stuff. So this brother is a projector. So humanity start coming together. They created cities to kill off, to ward off my group. That's why my group is only, was it 9%, something like that? But the ones who were born like me within there, they became like kings and queens and all that. But every city, as we start getting towns and stuff, we got rid of the kings and queens. You guys notice that in Europe. There's very few kings, queens of power anymore, or anywhere. So the energy of mankind needed a director to direct all these people's energy, the generators and all that. So that's where mankind evolved the projectors. And projectors are your bosses. So Dominic is born to be a boss, pretty much. Real easy to figure out. YouTube messages. Okay. Let's see. Where do I go for that? Are you serious? Can you see me? I've seen one guy said he was a reflector, but then he took it back. I think because it's such a weird. Those are your weirdos, Buddha types. Wow, I've never seen one. You're the only one. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. We'll take a look at it. People who are reflectors, they reflect the world back at itself, and that. The only one I can think of is like Buddha, but we'll take a look at his in just a minute. Let me go to YouTube. Community. It's not here yet. Messages. Shared privately. Dominic, do you have a problem with me looking at it? While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to answer that. Let's go take a look at reflectors. Shit. Aura. Your aura energy is resistant and sampling. Reflectors have no fixed definition. That's like me. I have the heart, this one, the throat. Now, these are different energies, centers, different organs. The heart, your throat. I believe this is your brain or something. Spleen, and a couple other different energy motors within your body. So let's go through. You have nothing that's defined. Nothing defined. That's a reflector. They're totally open. Reflectors have, hold on. Now, you can take all this stuff with a grain of salt. All we're doing is looking at the body energetically. This is not to threaten your religion. It's not ooga booga, woo woo shit. Notice I make fun of people who feel like that because they're jackass idiots whose minds are so fucking fixed. I hate fixed minds. Like my mom has that. By the blood of Jesus, idiots. Just like ancient Europe, they were idiots. Reflectors have no fixed definition in their charts, which means that all of their centers are white with very little definition. That definition changes. This is their shit. The reflector brings ultimate justice to reality by reflecting everything around them and by judging what is going on. The reflector is very different from the other types. You're like 1% of the population, by the way. The other types can be referred to as solar types with their chemistry rooted in the sun. That's interesting. The reflector is the only lunar type reflecting the imprint of the moon. You're lunar based. You make your decisions based on the moon, basically. Reflectors not necessarily interested in themselves or the other, nor are they concerned about their impact. They are interested in knowing who they are today because every day is different. They are connected to the larger program of planetary transits. Now, we know that the moon can raise the fucking ocean up out of its bed. Think about what it does to something as sensitive as our energetic bodies. I work for the phone company. During rain time, when it was a full moon, the nuts still came out. Somehow the nuts, they knew it was a fucking full moon, and our phone system would light up. Same thing with 911. I've talked to 911 people because that was part of my job, is to take their trouble calls. They had a problem with their 911 system. And we talked about this shit. We talked about, the crazy about tonight. How they fucking know that it's a fucking full moon? So obviously, the moon does actually affect your sensitive bodies energetically and your minds. Reflectors are not necessarily interested in themselves. I've done that. Reflectors are the most resilient of all of the types because of their resistance and sampling of auras. Interesting. Their aura resists taking in the other too deeply, and it allows for them to sample the aura of the other so that they can discover if the other is ready to step out and express their uniqueness rather than be absorbed in the homogenized world. That's kind of psychological to me. If reflectors understand their design and know themselves, they are completely protected from identifying with anything at all. They have the ability to see things in a way that no one else can and magnify everything and around them. They are the key in global conscious field, filtering consciousness and detecting a blip when something is unusual or out of the ordinary. They can tell who is ready to break the mold of the homogenized world, point them out in the crowd, and lead them to their own unique expression. Oh, you guys are like guides to when people start to evolve a little bit higher than their mundane lives of 8 to 5. This is what really surprises a reflector and brings them joy. The greatest gift is to read others and be the one with the totality. They have the opportunity for a mystical life that many of us cannot know. Unfortunately, most reflectors are living the homogenized life and try to be something they are not. As long as they maintain a wonder about life, detaching from the state of the world and stay in disappointment. Detaching from the state of the world to stay in disappointment. It is important to stay present with the moment. You might want to read that Eckhart Tolle guy. Reflecting each moment. The most important issue for a reflector is the right environment and the right community. Reflectors need to be in the heart of the community so they can learn from those around them while not becoming dependent on them. Interesting. You can read the rest. humandesignplanet.info / just type / reflectors. humandesignplanet.info / reflectors. Okay? Gotcha. Let's do it. I'm surprised how fast you got that. Okay, chart summary. Okay. Oh, I thought they would give you more than this. I know how to read this shit, man. I know that these are working motors. I think that's your heart. Or maybe that's your heart. Yeah, I got it wrong. But these are different organs in your body that are defined. So that means those motors are strong, putting out lots of energy. Remember, your body, as we now know, is an energy system. And things run, imagine the energy flowing in and going around through its circuit here. Think of these as different circuits, looking at the body from an electronic standpoint. And again, there's no woo-woo about this shit. There's no, I'm a Jesus freak, and this goes against what Jesus said, which you don't know a goddamn thing about what he actually said. That one looks like it's open. So these are defined. Again, I've already talked about what a projector is. Mike Malone says, I'm manifesting generator. That means you are actually a generator. I'm a manifester, and you're the people that were the transition of becoming generators. Generators, as I talked about, Michael, in the last show, are the people of energy on this planet. You're 70% of the population. You got tremendous energy. Your body is abound in energy. And you are the creators of our world. Originally, the original farmers. The farmers had to have the energy to be able to sit and watch crops grow. I don't have the mindset for that. Now, that's assuming that you don't have ADD, because if so, that means you're a defective generator. You still have the old energy of the hunter-gatherer within you. But your dominant energy is that of a generator. Go find my other show called Human Design. I tell you all about it. He goes, you know what? I'll copy and paste what they said to the YouTube messages about generators. Oh, I'm sorry, about projectors. Die Unbreakable. You're one of my people. Welcome, brother. We're the oldest type of man on the planet. Every test I've taken already showed that. I had to do one test where I had to measure my femur, basically different leg bones, the length of my forearm versus the top arm bone. And I came out hunter-gatherer. So that fits. It's amazing how it ties in like a glove that fits. Reference to OJ Mint. But I've already talked about all the different types. Hold on, let me close my front door. The beep that you hear is the alarm system in my home. Let's see, what is this? Nope. Not showing up. I think you said you put in comments. Here we go. I guess I should refresh the page. You are a projector. You could be fascinated with life and how life works. You have deep insights into the lives of others and have a strong role as a leader and guide. I told you guys are leaders. Sometimes giving advice to others flows. Other times people seem unwilling to hear what you have to say. At times it can be hard to know what to do with the understanding you gain from observing people in your life. You deserve recognition for your insights, but sometimes it feels like no one wants your input. When unable to get recognition for your natural gifts, it can be easy to get sucked into playing other roles that can become exhausting and wear you down. The following is an example of this. It's easy for you to understand what others are going through, but it can take time for others to recognize you and the gifts you have to offer. Waiting for the right timing can help others hear your input and value your wisdom. To find out more about your dilemmas, their practical solutions, and they're going to try to sell you something at the end. I would go look for that site that I talked about, this one here, and also start looking on Google at other stuff that has to do with human design / projectors. So if you Google, projector, you'll find lots of different information. Here's one on just the basic 4 types to give you some basic information on it. If it's not the original, then manifesting generator. Manifesting generators are active people. Let me make this larger so you guys can read it. This is Michael Nolan. God damn it. Oh, it's control. My bad. Are active people. They can be naturally full of vigor and have a direct expression of energy. A manifesting generator's most powerful energy comes from their, remember I talked about defining energy centers, motors in your body, the different organs are motors. They're talking about the sacral is almost endless energy for work and dedication, and it can have powerful perseverance. Manifesting generators have a defined throat center. That means Michael Nolan should learn to take Toastmasters and speak because his throat center is defined. The throat represents communication and expression. As we know, Michael Nolan has the worst communication because his English grammar just sucks to hell. His spelling sucks to hell. The throat is the primary bridge between internal energy systems and the outside world. Manifesting generators have a motor connected to their throat center. With their energy and natural enthusiasm, it's easy to start new things and be good at them. You hear that, Mike? You need to be starting new things. A manifesting generator's sacral energy only has dedication when they are connected to what they are doing from deep within. So you need to start looking for your purpose in your life there, Michael Nolan. And you've got the energy to reach it. You've been sitting there doing nothing. Maybe it's time to actually get your life in order before you get too old. With their natural enthusiasm, they can be valuable to getting locked into commitments that seem like a good idea at the time, but they don't ultimately want or like. Even though a manifesting generator might be skilled in these areas, if they don't have a deeper connection at a certain point, they will lose power. If manifesting generator sacral energy is connected to what they are doing, they can persevere in the face of difficulties and obstacles. Find activities they have a natural sacral connection to will help their power grow and expressed in a healthy way. As they find and connect to their deeper passions, here we go, Michael Nolan, dedication will lead to mastery, and mastery will lead to success and satisfaction. If you are a manifesting generation, they're selling. They all want to sell you their big package. But you can find out enough about yourself by just Googling the subject. And they have different types. They call it 5-1, 6-2, all that kind of stuff. That's basically different types, which each manifested generator will be different. Not everybody's different. There's a certain, you either fit in a certain category of motors that are active. I like this guy's site. Yeah, 33%. That's almost half of the generators. So you just type in humandesignplanet.info, manifesting generators. Manifesting generators, get your information. This is just base information for women. Life is expression. Manifesting generator's secret is the feminine. I don't think Michael Nolan wants to hear that. They represent a struggle and fusion between male and female poles. The manifesting generator is the untamed wildness of the warrior. He likes that. And the silence and surrender of the Buddha. Ah, I see. So they're talking about a balance of positive and negative energies, basically. For women, this is for women who are like you, life is expression of cosmic balancing. When you allow the warrior to lead, the Buddha is thrown off center, and resistance is met. The resistance met is extraordinary. That's basically at a balance. Sadly, few manifesting generators are able to anchor into the feminine energy to fulfill their high potential. I know Michael Nolan's going off right about now, but if you meditate on it, you'll see what they're talking about. Remember yin yang? So they're talking about you need a balance of your yin versus your yang. A lot of males need to balance that out, not just you. If we have too much yang, we become basically dickheads and assholes. The manifesting generator has a direct connection from a motor to the throat, just like a manifestor, yeah. We are motor mouths, but they also have a defined sacral, just like a pure generator. Because of this configuration, manifesting generators often believe they are manifestors. Anyone with a defined sacral is sustainable, has sustainable life force, energy, and they are designed to respond. That means response means you wait for eye contact in the dating world. Human design fits what I talk about in dating, which is the truth of the game. You can go out there and run after women all you want to, but women, they have the power of choice. Now, you can clean yourself up, and if you're better looking, you can run out there and do pretty good with the numbers game. If you're not on the better looking side, you can still clean yourself up and run out there and you do poorly, but you eventually get some ass. I say, how about you float downstream instead of swim upstream, or skate up an ice grade? How about you skate down to the land of pussy and just do the choosing thing? Because I'm all about energy, conserving energy. I'm all about making your energy work for you. Because I'm hunter-gatherer, manifester, not very much energy here. I don't have the energy to run after chicks all day. My energy is sporadic. I get on something, I stay on it, then I fall off. My energy is kind of wishy-washy. That's the bad thing about us manifestors, that we don't have a lot of energy to spend. We're not designed to work 8 to 5. To the other brother in here who's a manifestor, we are not designed to work 8 to 5. We're designed, as hunter-gatherers, we're designed to have just total focus on finding, for like food. Then our energy drops off once we find the food. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Let's see. I did a video on this the other day. So if you're one of my folks, you might want to go. I went well depth into the subject of being what? Of being a manifestor. Oh, I got an I in front of it. Just go to humandesignplanet.info. Just type in, like you saw me do, manifestors, and it'll produce a longer link. In the past, we lived as kings, queens, or priests and ruled over the large groups of humans. But we got ran off. Also, we were the hunter-gatherers when they were forming cities, and we used to raid the people who were farmers and stuff like that and steal their food. That's pretty much our brutal side of history. Then the ones born within their little farming or town communities rose up to rule over them. Then as mankind got even larger, it developed what's called managers or mayors, leaders. And those leaders destroyed the power of the manifester on the planet. Everyone wants to be a manifester because it's a type that's capable of acting on its own. Now we're designed to hoe chase. But I'm saying, hey, I don't want to spend my energy hoe chasing. We were designed to initiate. We're designed to get up and do, because that's what it took to survive back then. You had to get up and hunt. If you were lazy, you died. The manifestor's gift is to be able to act independently. We're also loners. Because of this, manifestors may feel like the rest of the world is moving in slow motion. Manifestors can make things happen without other people. Like, I own this business by myself. I own my training studio by myself. It's only until recently that I'm willing to allow people to, come to my business. I made Grease a moderator on my channel here so that when I'm doing these live shows, he can get rid of the trolls. I don't have to spend that time, and he can moderate over that. My goal is to take a couple of people, Grease, and hopefully another person named Aries on my forum and make them also moderators. But I also want to see them, help them get their help to make podcast shows. Because I've been making a podcast show 5 days a week. Get this, 5 days a week since 2005. Yeah, 2005. It's now 2017. Yeah. Think about that. An entire podcast show, 5 days a week, over 10 years. And I'm now ready to have the help of other people. So I'm learning to work with others. Plus, it'll make my site more interesting, to have better flavor. I'd love to hear a podcast show from Aries on internet dating and Grease on how to control women, how he controls his females. So that's what's coming in the future for my forum. Oops, wrong one. Let's get back to this. Dom says, wow, 2005, I was 8 years old. Yeah. Michael says he's a 2/4. I have no idea what that is. How can I send my chart? Dominic took the link and he sent it to me on the messages platform on YouTube. You get there by, let's say I want to send Dominic a message. I go to his channel and I don't see it. Wow, it looks like you only send people who are producers a message. So normally, let's see, if I want to send this guy, he's got a video up. This might work.
People who approach me and say, hey, how are you? That just triggers my inner German. And
I click on his channel. This should work, hopefully. Yeah, okay, good. So if you're not a producer and you're just a consumer, like Dominic here, he consumes videos instead of producing videos. If you're a producer, they give you more to play with. And you have an about section. I have an about section. Click about and click send message. Okay? Learn German, get to know Germany and German culture. Dominic, are you planning to go to Germany one day or something? Thomas says, I have a video up. I guess you have to have more than one video, or I don't know. I'm a producer. I've always had an about me section. I find it hard balancing the energies, LOL. Even though I have the hybrid, I always talk about... Oh, come on, Mike. Dominic is a projector. Basically, Dominic is your boss. I'm back because I have to send the email out, and I don't want to. Actually, I'm getting ready to close out this show, so I'm not going to send this email out. Mike says, "Okay, boss." That's something they've been doing here in America. You go to an establishment and you have these white guys call you boss. It feels funny to me because I'm old black. We're not used to white people calling us boss. Da says, quick question. Okay, please ask. Before I leave. I've got to get to the gym and do my arms today. And then go to Mia Madres. I agree, Michael Nolan. It's interesting to know human design. Urban Spiel says, I never catch your shows on time. Sorry, man. What about star signs? What about them? Star signs are good to talk about with chicks. If you really want to get her interest, show her human design. Dom says, weird people call me boss sometimes at work. They're responding to your aura. Science has already proven that we have an aura around us, which is our field of energy.
You've got mail.
Oh, cool. Okay. I told you guys about a movie called The Other Brother, and one of my clients actually had the movie over in the UK, and he was kind enough to upload it to a website, or upload it to a website where I can download it, and I'll figure out a way to hold on. First up, to continue, please. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna see if I can put it inside my my forum, so the brothers on there can watch it and learn. Okay, Urban, I might go get a meal with you once I get back trucking. I'm in El Paso, Texas. I'm in Sacramento, California. Let's see, Da says, there's this girl I'm seeing, and the first time we had sex, She cummed. The actual grammar should be came with me inside of her. The other 2 times I got her to come using my fingers, good, but was only able to get her to come when I was, he wasn't able to get her to come when I was inside of her. That means she responds more to vaginal orgasms. She needs to have a dick inside of her. Urban says, just chill if you have time. Been a viewer since 2010. I go there to SAC when I'm trucking. Ah, okay. Cool. Urban Spiel, let me know. Send me a message here on... Actually, make a comment. It's faster because I never check those messages. In fact, I fucking just realized I should do that. Marquise, got a date with a great girl from online yesterday. Thanks for your help. Boom, Marquise. Yesterday during our coaching session, I did a Google Hangout with him, private one, and I had him do a screen capture or screen share. And I went through his POF account and I pointed out, okay, let's pick this girl. And I told him what to type. And we went through about 10 chicks. And he's saying he got a date with a great girl from what we did yesterday. I also taught him how to send girls messages, basically how to hoe chase the right way. Christopher Williams, how's it going, Supreme? I've been working a lot, so I haven't been on the calls or forum as of late, but I'm still performing and practicing in the field. Damn good, Christopher. Dominic, how does my sign affect me in the dating game? Well, what I teach here works perfectly for you. Your design is to respond. That means female looks at you. Look, she looks at you into these. You walkie over to her. She makes her eyeballs into your eyeballs. You walkie over to her. Sorry to make it idiot style, but there's some idiots that listen to me or watch my videos. Does your aura have colors? Yes, the auras do have colors. And what are mine? I have no idea. When I was at the Berkeley Psychic Institute, I learned to do what's called auric healing. Because our aurics get all beat up. And they can have holes in them and shit like that. Mangala says, I'm Virgo. Bitch sign, LOL. Virgo the Virgin. Christopher says, about to take off, so I'll catch up with you fellas later. Now, Christopher works as a airline attendant. That used to be a female-dominated job back when I was a kid, just like nursing was. Yes, Michael Jackson was a Virgo, if you say so. And if it helps you sleep at night, wear it proudly, man. Geminis are known to be flighty and space cadets. Dominic, it's easy for me to get people's life story. Did you know any Virgos, Supreme? Yeah. Yeah. What is October and September? What is September and October? I think that's Libra, isn't it? Or no? There is Libras. I think. Let me check the month on that. I knew some Virgos, but I'm trying to think if my son Tracy is one. Da says, I guess what I'm getting at is I can get her to come with my fingers, no issue. So I typically go with that first before I go inside her. But once I go in and try to get her to come with me inside, oh, so you're having trouble with your dick inside? Well, don't make her come beforehand. Okay? Don't give her that orgasm. Get her to a point where she's getting ready to come and stop. Then mount her, stick your dick inside, and Libra is, yeah. Thanks, Michael. Sorry. Get your dick inside, then do it again. You gotta learn how to manipulate and play with her orgasm. I want you to try to stop just before she comes. You know, practice that for a while and do it with your dick inside. Also, when your dick inside, stop before she comes and get her to open her eyes and look at you. And say something nice to her. Tell her you're so beautiful. And then stroke her clit again until she explodes. That gives her a little treat while you're fucking her. Dominic, sometimes people tell me some sad or crazy shit from the past. You'll find you'll get more and more of that as life goes on. I don't know what a Scorpio is. I think he means Scorpio. Again, Michael Nolan's, I guess he's on a cell phone or he just plain can't spell. But Scorpio, I got to figure out every time he says something. Scorpio are known to have a bad sting on people. That's what my mother is, and that's what one of my females named Tina was. A Scorpio. And yeah, I agree. But enough of astrology. Will he listen? Nah, that's Michael Nolan. I run into a lot of crazy chicks, too. It's amazing how we call them crazy. And women are all emotional. Or most of them, I should say. I have seen women who aren't very emotional. I'm actually the product of one. When my little brother died, my mother didn't cry. She believes in keeping a hard exterior and interior. When my father died, of course she didn't cry. She was glad. But I've seen other women that are cold like that. But most women are very emotional creatures. They cry. They feel happy. They feel such a wide range of emotions that us males, we don't even get to experience because we're trained to be these hard warrior dudes. We're trained not to embrace our emotions. Otherwise, you're called emotional and all caught up in your feelings and shit like that. Depeche. What's the best place to find young freaks? Did you ask that on the forum? Nightclubs. I've said it every time. Nightclubs. Where else are you thinking the freak's going to go? I mean, use your head. You're smart. Where else are they going to go? Well, there's one other place you can go to is a makeup counter. But good girls go there also. When girls go out, they dress their nature. If they're freaks, boobs are hanging out, tight jeans or short dresses. Da says, damn, will do, P.S. I was getting her to come with my fingers initially because we've only known each other for 2 weeks, so I wanted her to stick around. Good. Now it's time to do it with the dick inside. So start it like you normally do, but don't let her have an orgasm. As you're laying next to her, make sure you tune into her body. You've got to learn your woman's body. You got to learn her signals and cues when she's ready to come. Have her talk to you about ready to come, baby. Is that good, baby? Are you about ready to come? Tell me when you get ready to come. And when she tells you, stop. How do you feel, baby? Just stop. How do you feel, baby? Does that feel good to you? And she'll beg, oh, please, please, please. Then mount her. Stick your dick inside. And then talk to her again. Does that feel good, baby? Come on, baby girl. That's it. Squeeze it now. Squeeze. Give her instructions. Damn, I'm in that state. You know, so my voice changed. He goes, now I'm going to play with her orgasm like you mentioned. Good. Dominic, I saw this one chick I know in, I can't see, M-E-I-J-E-R-S, Majors. We don't have that out here. The grocery store. And she said hi to me each time she was, me. That's what he wrote. Each time she was me. I think he made his word backwards. Then I look at it. She saw me. Was and saw. Do you have that dyslexia. I think it's called dyslexia. Are you dyslexic? You reverse words. Panini, they're not moody women. You just found a lot of witches and banshees. Hello, I've dated a few in my time. Depeche. I live from India. Dominic, did you fuck her? No, my dad is, though. You mean your dad's gonna fuck her? Your dad's dyslexic. Interesting. You just reversed your word up there. Do you see that? Depeche loves chaos and uncertainty. He writes, I love moody and over-emotional women. He says, good girls are boring. That actually means you're boring. That actually means you lack masculinity and you're also weak. You should be able to bring the party to boring girls. You should be able to command them to do exciting things with you, to do different things with you, to do fun things that you want to do. So you still got a long ways to go to acquiring your masculinity. And that's one of the things I've noticed in your people's group there, Depeche, is that the males aren't very masculine by Western standards. I don't know what that is. I think it's cultural. It's trained out of you. I'm not going to read Michael Nolan's comment. He gets stuck on shit. By the way, WITCH says witch. And that's like in your country, they'd be called wise women. Witches. Wise women. Pagans. Healers. Dominic says, no, I didn't fuck her. She was with her boyfriend when it happened, so he must have weak game. And that's enough for me, fellas. I'm not a fan of chit-chatting online. If you guys have questions, cool. But if we're just chit-chatting, that's not a good use of my time. So I'm going to call it quits today. You guys have a good day, and we'll see you another day. Try to have some questions when you come in so we can make better use of my time. Okay? Peace.